Welcome to episode 30 of Scaling a Social Media Marketing Agency. My name is Hervin, and this is a video series where I take you behind the scenes of our SMMA and show you what we're doing to scale it. I am documenting the journey here, so I am sharing what I am working on a day-to-day basis, the problems that I am trying to solve, the lessons that I am learning. So if you're interested in seeing how we scale our SMMA, then subscribe to the YouTube channel. With that said, let's dive in. Let me share with you what I worked on today. So number one, I spoke to a couple of clients about the switch to our new offer, the fact that we're going to be providing more one-on-one help. Both of the clients that I spoke to were really happy about this. They wanted more help. They were excited about getting more help. So that was a good thing. And then the next thing that I worked on today, so I focused for a few hours today to finish up. So I powered through all these emails that you see here on my screen. So sorry, not these emails on my screen. So yesterday I showed how I created one of the case studies emails, one of the client success story emails, kind of just an email that the goal is to get people curious enough so that they could watch the success story videos. So I did that so I have 9 emails in total. I got all of them done today. Spent an hour on this, just cranking it out. Then from there, I also got this email done so this is our most successful client. Her name is Jody. And I created this case study a while ago that highlights her success. It breaks it down and shows how she was able to get this successful. So I created this case study here to highlight her success and break it down. And so I had that as an asset. And now I'm going to be including this in the long-term nurture sequence, in the email nurture sequence. And I created here her email. The way I wrote this email, well, I took parts of what I had written in the case study. I took her story and then I fed that into ChatGPT into a prompt that says, hey, you're a marketing and copywriting expert. Help me write a short email that gets people interested, curious, and excited to read Jody's case study. Here's the instructions. Here's what they'll learn inside. Here's Jody's story. And I told it like, hey, use this, write the email using the setup conflict resolution framework. So that was helpful to do that. So I took that exact same prompt and adjusted it for another one of our clients, Shauna, who's also one of our biggest success stories. And I gave ChatGPT another prompt and it helped me write the emails. Now the emails didn't come out they came out. Parts of it were really good, parts of it were not. So I just tweaked them manually and just did that for both. It's so much easier to tweak something that is already good. So because I gave it a lot of information in the prompt, it created a good output. So I just then tweaked it a little bit to make it more in line with what I was thinking. So that's what I worked on today. So I am officially done with at least writing all of the nurture emails that I wanted to write. So now I have a mixture of industry insights, which are just tips with illustrations. Then I have success story emails, talk about the success that our clients have had with our program. And then I have 2 emails here that are both great case studies. So this is going to all make up our long-term email nurture sequence, essentially. And then I was thinking, okay, so what are the different scenarios in which I would add somebody to this email sequence? And I wasn't clear because, what I was thinking is like, okay, let's say somebody opts in and then they don't buy, right? From there, I want them to receive these emails. Then if they don't show up to a call, I want them to receive the emails. If they opt in but never schedule the call, then I want them to receive these emails. And I also, if somebody opted in, showed up for a call and didn't end up buying, which I said that a little bit ago, I want them to see different emails at the beginning than if they opted in but never showed up for the call. If they showed up and never bought, I want them to see an email with a video that kind of just goes over the objections that people would have. So for that, I created this diagram for myself that walks through the entire sales process. So somebody opts in, then they land on a page where they're supposed to schedule a demo call. Did they schedule the demo call? If the answer is yes, they get reminders. And then did they cancel? So if they didn't cancel, then did they show up for the call? And if they did show up for the call, did they buy? And then if yes, then they go through the onboarding. But then you have all of the steps. It's like, no, they didn't buy. So then you want to add them to the long-term sequence. So anyway, I created this diagram right here, and I hand drew it using my iPad because I find that working on my iPad, I am much more creative than any other way. So if I need to get ideas going, and this also helps me with like avoiding procrastination, because I actually just really enjoy making these drawings. So I made this on the iPad, and I got it done pretty quickly. I got into a flow state, which is why I was able to get it done pretty quickly. But it just gave me clarity as to how I am going to build this email sequences. Anyway, that's what I worked on today. I hope this makes sense. If you're enjoying this update for how we're scaling our social media marketing agency, then subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next update. Bye.